The coach, welcome to this special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles as they take on the third-year man Mitchell Trubisky and the NFC North champion Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. Charles, good matchup here. A couple of playoff teams from a season ago.
And just think about how the NFL works, partner. 8 teams that made the playoffs the year before didn't make it last season. So there's always going to be parity in this league, and guys have to be ready to go. Just because you made it the year before doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get back again.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Soldier Field. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away. And we may have a face mask here right at the start. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. On 1st down, Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 39 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they get in for the opening drive score, and they go for 2. They kept the kicker lonesome over there. They said, we don't need you this time.
Kickers? Who needs kickers for PATs?
Nice now.
We want them for field goals, not for PATs. They went for 2 and got it. It's a new tone setter for this team.
So here come the Bears under second-year coach Matt Nagy as we get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
And it's interesting, isn't it? The psychology of a team coming onto the field down 8-0 instead of the normal 7, or sometimes when you're fortunate, just 6. 8-0 almost connotes a sense of urgency that really isn't there yet. It's too early in the game. Go down and score. Heck, kick the extra point and be down 1. Don't chase points too early. Just worry about scoring.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
The strength of this Bears offensive line is a couple of Pro Bowlers, left tackle Charles Leno Jr. and center Cody Whitehair. And what a 2018 for Charles Leno Jr. Not only did he get named to his first Pro Bowl, but prior to that, actually proposed to his girlfriend on the field after the Bears clinched the NFC North. Fortunately, she said yes.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Playing in his 11th season in the NFL is defensive back Malcolm Jenkins, who entered with the New Orleans Saints as a cornerback before shifting back to safety, where he's had his best years. Terrific football IQ, tremendous tackler, can also guard receivers in the slot.
On third down, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink, or the double doink, heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Wentz now to throw. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz going right side here, and that's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 34 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Fielded at about the 28. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. 72 yards on the punt return. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Barnett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. .150 left to go in the second quarter. remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
The Chicago Bears at 5-6 on the season. Their offense getting ready here for this next drive. But that 5-6 record keeps their slim playoff hopes alive with that Week 12 win over the Giants. And now a division game as they go to struggling Detroit to try to get another victory and get back to 500. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
her at it, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears set to begin their next drive. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Trubisky will throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look.
And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
This is Cohen, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Bust through the tackle, and he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he made him buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we've reached, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary had really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost?
And that is intercepted by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Brought down by Nate Gehring.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Brings up second and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's...
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him. And
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to cloud them a little bit.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Miller. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Anthony Miller. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has a total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Gonna look, and that is intercepted by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. On second down now. It's Cohen, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Draw play here, Trubisky gives to Cohen, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking.
Now Trubisky lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the...
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And that's complete to Jeffrey. Through an opening, and there he goes. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Elliott now to add the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Hey, 180! They gonna need some therapy after this.
On 1st down, Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Cohen. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good.
And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. 3rd down here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.